First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Jackson on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Rolling to his right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run, watch the run. Go, go. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Lions 3.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he lost the football. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it's caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators,
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Shedding through the defense. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the whip.
Throwing again. Jackson. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Third and goal, Jackson. Touchdown, Packers. From 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a give, right side. McFarland. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And some space here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. The 37-yard line.
On second down, here's Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the lead up to 14. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is Galladay, complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ready. 61. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Switch up. That's it. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
You got motion, man. You go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
That's it, baby.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long. And
you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And
eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson. Off play action. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, no. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson now, operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep rights. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down. McFarland. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Jones has it. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
40's the mic. 40's the mic. Let's go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now Jackson going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Flushed out right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Jackson on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great...
Through an opening, and there he goes. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 55 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Jackson now, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Packers 55, Lions 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Gano for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.